Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
It's the After the Show podcast.
We don't care, we're about to swear on the air. It's the After the Show, so tune in if you dare. KVJ, get risque every single day. It's uncensored. We can say what we want to say.
Hello. Welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast. What's up, y'all?
What's up, what's up?
What's up?
Hello.
Coming up here in a minute, we get to hear one of the greatest live commercials ever created here on the show. It's going to be fun to hear that from the regular show today.
I think it was better because now it's going to go viral, or KVJ viral.
Yeah, that was memorable, you know?
He's worried that they're going to be mad. But
No, I'm not.
I don't think they're going to be mad.
I'm not worried that. Okay, I can't imagine why I would even question that. I've been fired from accounts for stuff that's less.
We've all been fired from accounts. It's not, I mean, it's just life, baby.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I'd rather get fired for being funny than fired for other shit.
I don't care. We don't have to play it. I don't care.
Let me see. We've got a couple comments here today, a few emails and the such. Got a comment about Virginia and Panda's Valentine's Day plan. You're talking about getting a little dinner together. That just might be kind of like your jam and what you're going to be doing.
Yeah, the bird's babysitting. I'm really totally locked into this plan.
What are the odds of you and Panda going out and getting kind of a nice, something that's classy and artfully done and obviously is all about love, matching neck tattoos? Any chance?
Okay, here's a little neck tattoo update for everybody because I was looking at it last night in the kitchen. Mm-hmm. And he's kind of growing his hair a little bit.
He's trying to hide it now.
And then so I was looking at it. I'm like, okay, if he grows like a baby mullet, it'll cover it completely. And so now I'm like, I'm going to encourage him to grow his hair long.
So
and then I won't see it.
It's mullet or tattoo. Boy, you are living in a dangerous world, my friend.
Usually you see both on a person, by the way.
I take mullet 10 times.
Really?
I love his hair when it's a little long. And yeah, it may look a little mullet-y, but I like it long.
You can't make a sexy mullet. A Patrick Swayze mullet's a sexy mullet. A John Stamos mullet's a sexy mullet.
A lot of hockey guys have it. He loves hockey. It's hockey
So
hair.
there you go.
It's that mullet-y look.
And be careful. There may be a place in time where the mullet does come back in style.
They're trying to make it come back in style now.
Yeah. I mean, the mullet we knew and loved, I don't know what it was, but when it was hot, I looked at it, I'm like going, that is the only hairstyle that looks good. I thought it looked great. I'm not going to lie to you. When the mullet was around, I thought it looked great on people. I thought I looked great in a mullet.
I know. That was your gravest mistake.
Mm-hmm. On the Raise Your Hand poll, Engineer Keith wanted to say, hey, did we forget that Kevin had sex with the Queen while his son was in the room while they were on that trip? Oh, that's right. It wasn't just Kevin's crazy in the club days.
Oh.
So, yeah.
That'll forget nothing, my friend.
They don't let you forget.
Well, my parents did it to me. I got to do it to him.
It's just our way.
That's just what us
It's a
Ralstons
cycle
do.
of abuse.
It is. That's how we pass it down. And I'm sure Cannon will be drilling his wife in front of his kids, too. It's just what us Ralstons do.
The term drilling is very funny.
Here's one for what do you want to see us do? Eddie said, I would like to see Coach Chicken Tender and Denny's pull an Ozzy Osbourne and snort some fire ants. Oh, you can't snort
No
fire
way.
ants.
No, that's a
and
terrible
he didn't do fire ants. He did ants. And there is a massive difference between ants and fire ants.
Yeah.
He just did regular ants.
Nobody should do fire ants. If those things bit you on the inside, Oh my gosh.
There was a that TV show Weird Ways to Die. There was a guy that had fire ants got like in his nose and ears and stuff, and he died. It killed him. Yeah.
Oh,
so you can die that way.
I'd say don't do any ants, honestly.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe not on that one.
Did you guys grow with piss ants?
You always talk about piss ants.
I feel is that a
We
South
had
Florida
shit
thing?
ants.
Piss ants is a real thing, dog. They are. Maybe it's a South Florida chat room. Back me up.
Piss ants.
Piss ants. They're called because I remember my mom would get bit.
Yeah,
by,
there's such a thing.
She,
There's piss ants.
These piss ants are pissing me off. That would be her line.
Yeah.
It makes me laugh.
Yeah, that was always kind of a big little put down we had. It's a pissant, a Pissant, also seen as piss ant. Some people separate it. It's a specific type of ant. It has its origin in the word pismire, a 14th century term for ant. Okay.
All right, well, learning.
There you go. Commonly called wood ants. They make mounded nests in forests throughout most of Europe.
And they'll make a nest out of your leg. At least the Lake Park.
Do
piss
they
ants
bite? Do piss ants bite you?
Yes, I feel like piss ant. Whatever the ants that when you walk in their home, they bite the shit out of you, and you've got
That's fire ants.
bumps on your.
That's red ants. That's fire ants. That's not a piss ant.
Yeah.
I don't think piss ants eat people.
No.
Well, I'm learning. My mom lied to me. What the fuck do you want me to say? I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, there is a definite difference between the piss ant and the fire ant.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I'm glad to learn.
Aren't we all?
Yes.
It is a learning experience.
There's also, did you know this? There's sugar ants and protein ants. And
Yeah, we have sugar ants all over the studio. I'm always seeing them walk around, or I feel one on me somewhere.
They're all. I mean, they're just from what was that one bit we did where the curry? It's been downhill ever since. Well, we did some other stuff too.
yeah, we've done a lot.
Then during the Great 48, that one kid hit me with a pie.
Pie.
The pie then went into the carpet.
So much pie, Kevin.
Oh, I'm the worst cleaner. I was basically digging cream into the.
You're just pushing it right down in there.
I'm trying to help. I'm not, but I'm trying.
Hey, you know what? A for effort. We go for that. That's all good. A for effort definitely on this from earlier in the show. This is a fun moment. Happened during a commercial break. If you're watching KVJ TV, it's one reason to do that. Hop into the chat room. You can see all the fun stuff that is going on here. You know, we do these live commercials, and they are tricky sometimes because we got a lot going on, and you're distracted, and then all of a sudden, you know, whoa, hey, you got to do this, or the music starts. You're like, oh gosh, you know, I know for me, I'm always, you know, distracted by working on something else for the show, and then I'm like, oh, here comes this music, and I'm then trying to find the script that has the things you got to read on it, and a lot of it's committed to memory, but you know, some of the specifics you don't want to blow.
Well, the one that you're about to play, there's a lot of specifics behind it, and I have to really concentrate because I'm not very good at doing these commercials anyway.
Yes,
I get it.
And we've even said before on some of the Dunkin' commercials, I don't know what it is, you have a tendency to always, they've got these new Girl Scout cookie flavored coffees that are going on.
Yummy.
And you have a tendency to leave off the word cookie.
I always do that, and I say Girl Scout
flavored.
And then I said what had happened.
This one tastes like a redhead.
Yeah.
Virginia starts flailing.
It sounds so dirty.
I have my headphones on, and I can't really hear her, and I'm trying to read the commercial.
I'm going cookie.
And I see her, I'm
Yeah.
like,
Say cookie.
oh my gosh, what did I just say? I'm like, oh. At
So
that
you
point-
left cookie out of one here, and then you get a little bit flustered, and then you just full out say cock.
I don't know. I was trying to say cappuccino and cookie together.
So we've got.
I definitely don't want the cock flavored
So
cookie.
we got Girl Scout flavoring and cocks is the theme of this commercial.
Is it cock
Yeah.
flavored cookie or cock flavored coffee?
Yes. And then he's reading it off of this copy that we had done earlier. I talked about how Axl Rose is an anagram where you mix up the letters in the name Axl Rose, AXLROSE, and it will actually spell oral sex. And the paper Jaber was trying to work it out on is this Duncan copy. So as he's talking about Girl Scout flavors and cocks, all you see in the camera is it says oral sex.
The paper. The back of the paper.
Like that's his filing system when he needs to talk about cocks and oral sex. He goes for that.
I didn't know this is my Duncan copy. I grabbed the first piece of paper.
Yeah.
And then Denny shows it to me after. I'm like, oh, shit.
So that's kind of the summary that came out of this commercial.
Look how wrinkled
It's
this
just
thing
worked
is.
over. It's worked over. Yes. Oh my gosh. So this is the finished product.
Hey, it's Jay Bird. Oh, Dunkin's got some great stuff. As always, the Dunkin' Go-Tos, baby. You can get a great deal on you can get a deal on 2 of your favorites for $2, $3, or $5. We also have the Girl Scout inspired flavors. They are now at...
Okay, at least there's Girl Scout inspired flavors there.
Yeah,
So it's inspired by the little redhead.
she's just flailing her arms. At this point, she's flailing her arms, and I'm very distracted.
That was good news. Oh, okay. So for some reason this file doesn't pause. Yeah, our technical stuff is always such a dream. You can get a deal on 2 of your favorites for $2, $3, or $5. We also have the Girl Scout inspired flavors. They are now at Girl Scout cookie inspired flavors are now at Dunkin'. Thin mints and coconut caramel coffee flavors are back. Grab a medium latte or cappuccino for $2. From 2 to 6 p.m., that's a medium latte or cappuccino for $2. KVJ and Jay Bird run on Dunkin'. That one part, though, like I like what you had to throw. It's like you said, I don't know, and cock. So they got all that and cock. It's like, all right.
Oh, man. You can hear me. I am shook.
Struggling.
Oh, my God.
You started out like struggling, and it just never got better.
I never could recover. There are times where you just can't recover.
We probably should have gone, okay, let's just punt.
No, we shouldn't have. That was great.
Then I said cock. Oh my! Then at that point I go, oh my gosh.
Cock. I just said cock. Oh my gosh, cock.
It's the boss listening. I said cock.
Yeah. and cock. Don't forget.
The video's the best.
Get your cookie, get your coffee, then don't forget your cock.
We do a video, and it's pretty fun. Kevin's face is like,
The video makes it 10 times better.
They would just hear him say blatantly, and cock.
I don't know if I want to get that endorsement back. I hope I do.
You're going to be fine.
You'll be fine. We'll defend you.
Yes. Okay.
No one on this show should be doing the Dunkin' Donuts ad more than you. That is tailor-made. They're not taking it.
Hey, you're not going to forget what they got. You're not going to forget. That's how you imprint that, baby.
Memorable.
Yeah, that's what you want around here. Memorable. Got this from Jennifer. She said, "Good morning, KVJ. I just yelled huzzah instead of ta-da in class. She's teaching kids, and she goes, huzzah.
Oh, no. Do not do that on the children.
Thankfully, no KVJ Nationer was present. I couldn't figure out how to explain it. No, I meant
ta-da.
Huzzah. What?
Huzzah. Different, totally different context.
Yes, totally different context. All right, let me see. I got some people here that are looking for some guidance. They like to remain anonymous. I know people that listen to your show, and I suspect they may be involved.
Okay. I love the ones that want to be anonymous because that means it's going to be juicy.
Yes, and that's why we have it here rather than them on the show, because they don't want to speak. So we bring it to the After Show podcast when we have these scenarios. This says, my husband received a text yesterday from a quote-unquote man, basically stating that he and I were having an affair. He said he comes to my wife while my husband is at work and that we are in love and that I told him I was getting a divorce. After my husband called me later in the day, he told me about this and I chuckled because we both know it's not true. It irked him nonetheless, and I suspected a scam, and I told him to ask what his wife's name is. The guy got my name right, but the spelling wrong. He knew how many children we have. After my husband blew him off, he then continued by saying, I can come by and we can talk man to man. I live in your neighborhood. Now, let me be clear. I am not having an affair. I adore my husband. If anything, I'm a pain in the ass because I want him home with me all the time. I told him he is welcome to go through my phone, call the phone company for my records. I have nothing to hide. My husband's amazing. I have no desire to look elsewhere. And being as amazing as he is, he doesn't doubt me at all. We suspect it's his old boss. Weird, right?
Weird.
She is batshit crazy. I could go on and on about things she has done to us personally. To sum it up, she is a narcissist, at the least, and I would venture to guess quite possibly a sociopath.
Wow.
She has done crazy things to other past employees as well, and when he left the company, he said to me, she's going to do something to us.
And here it is.
My kids are all 8, and the youngest is 1, or under 8, and the youngest is 1.
My kids are all 8. How did that happen?
Yes. I'm frightened, and I suspect that was the goal. So I'm trying not to be, but I do plan on getting my concealed carry. I don't know what else to do. Does anyone else have any helpful tips? I'd appreciate it.
I don't think you should be worried about your safety from this chick. This chick wants to play head games. I don't see her ever coming to confront you or doing anything physical. So, I mean, a concealed carry, sure, that's always a great thing to have for protection. But I think this lady wants to mess with your head. So,
yeah.
I would maybe mess with hers a little bit. Everybody's vulnerable. What's her weak spots? What's she got going on in her personal life? People are so easy to infiltrate. You just have to figure out where their weak spots are.
I think you got to make sure it's definitely her, first of all.
But do it on the DL. I mean, make sure that none of it can ever trace back to you, but mess with her a little bit.
My buddy went through this where he was working at a rec center and a new boss came in and they just did not see eye to eye at all. And she ended up illegally taping him while all this shit went down, and it turned into this big thing. So I mean, bosses can try to fuck up your world by
they can be crazy too
by illegally taping you or just whatever they can do.
Just because they're a boss doesn't mean they're not a psycho. And if your husband left her company and she considered that a slight and she was mad that he left.
Yep.
When he left, he said it. He's like, she's going to do something.
Yeah, your gut was telling you something.
This is your gut telling you, but I wouldn't be living in fear of this person. This person just wants to mess with you psychologically.
But that's still fucked up. Who wants to go through that? I mean,
it is fucked up, but you can do things to her that'll fuck with her psychologically too. And do it without any of it ever being able to trace back to you.
But now you're involved in this game of revenge and cat and mouse and all that.
Sometimes revenge is fun.
She's lucky that she's got a husband that believed her. There's going to be some husbands that would not believe her.
Well, I think what it is, just being a human being, is a curiosity of who is doing this, because they went to some effort to get some specific details.
But they knew that stuff, though. If he worked for this lady, she knew where they lived. She knew about their kids. She knew their name. Like, she knew all that shit.
But if somebody is expending energy to get to you to ruin your life, then there's a part of you, a good part of you, a large part of you that wants to know who the hell this is.
And it's concerning.
Yeah, you need to look out to protect yourself. That's part of the human condition. We are built to try to protect ourselves and survive.
I mean, the fact that all that, I mean, that's a diabolical fucking spear into a marriage that could really, you're just lucky is what I'm saying with your mate. That's understanding.
You are. And you know what? She is sad and she is desperate and she's probably jealous of everything that you guys have and the trust and the beautiful relationship and all that good stuff. So, I mean, you shouldn't want to get revenge, but just in case you do, email me.
Okay. Virginia's here to help. Got this email here titled Sorry Ass Motherfuckers.
Is it to us?
I think it's about yesterday's emails really hit home. Maybe we were talking about the cheaters, I think.
So are we
she sent this on Wednesday, so it would have been from Tuesday. I don't think it's us. It's about the cheaters, I think. She said, about 3 weeks ago, I found out my husband was a cheating liar. It all came out when I was out of town on a 3-day trail ride on horseback. I had plenty of proof, so I told him to be gone when I got back. So far, still gone and going through with divorce. It never even crossed my mind that we could work things out. I'm so amazed what people will put up with. My first marriage ended with me leaving with garbage bags full of clothes and 3 small kids. I started over then, and I will again. I also won tickets with a bad cheater story about a boyfriend. Anyone getting treated like that needs to say, fuck them and move on. If I can do it, so can they. And on a lighter note, Jaybird, you want to try some farm stuff for your fake year of adventure? Milk a cow, ride a horse, let me know. Kathleen.
I love it, Kathleen. My fake year of adventure. Yeah, I mean, you're supposed to jump out of a plane for...
it's February, guys.
February 29th, yeah.
What are y'all doing?
We can maybe look into that.
I'm still ready.
Okay. We better jump on it quick, though. Because, yeah, that leap day is coming up here at the end of the month. 2-3 weeks away.
Want to do the motorcycle, but Kevin's like, well, we got to take the class.
Well, I had, I'm trying to think of what it was. There was something.
Legal?
I think there was, there was.
Yeah. If we kill you doing a bit, it's going to be really shitty.
I already said, again, play this audio at my funeral and in court.
It doesn't matter.
If I do my own thing, I will not sue, and neither will my family.
They're not worried about a lawsuit. They're worried about the ramifications of you being dead and then us being the reason because we were stupid.
Yeah.
And the backlash and the ratings dip and the career ending.
Yeah. You know, today's world.
We can't kill you.
I know, I don't think I'm going to die, y'all.
Nobody ever does.
Yes, you're right. Not a lot of people do those dumb things like going, okay.
Ask that motherfucker that just fell off the cliff diving with no climbing with no rope.
Touche.
He didn't know he was going to go either.
Some bitches, I'm about to die. Yeah.
You don't know. Otherwise, you would not do it.
Yeah. You're right. They often
Fuck,
do.
you know what? Maybe we just don't ever do adventures then.
No, you can do adventures.
Yeah, we can.
You got to stay in the scope.
Yeah, and that's the thing I got to figure out because I think there are some things where it's like for liability and stuff like that companies like, okay, if we only put it on our own private social, can we do that? Yeah. So I have to iron that out a little bit as we get into this year of adventure. What things are they like? Well, no, it's too big of a liability for this company. But I'm like, well, you can't tell me I live my life, bitch.
Yeah, I'm just saying, because I could see this happening. I'm out one day and my friend's got a motorcycle. Like, you, Bird, you want to go out? I'll teach you really quick. And Denny's films it. I'm just living my life.
And post that up on your private Instagram. I think you can do that. I don't think we're going to get blowback on that.
Yeah, it's only if you put it on KVJ stuff that then it becomes an issue.
Mm-hmm. So, I don't know.
Yeah, you're allowed to live your life and die on your own Facebook. They don't want you dying on company Facebook.
It's all this legal stuff that I don't necessarily know, and I'm kind of annoyed that I got to learn.
Well, if I don't die, we post it on KVJ. If I do die, we post it on mine. Boom.
There you go. Who's posting it? Denny's?
Dead guys don't post.
Denny's will, yeah. Denny's has a whole thing worked out for when I'm
Denny's is the cleaner.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. There's a whole system.
Well, we already got the URL deadbird.com ready to go, so that's already populated.
We should get that.
Yeah, deadbird.com.
Deadbird.com.
And, you know, I'm tickled.
Deadbird.com. Deadbird.com. There's a jingle to it.
Totally.
There is a jingle, yeah.
That'd be great. All these things we do with your dead body for a while.
Yeah, you know, you guys do whatever you want with my body.
Yeah.
We get at Bernie's my ass. I don't care. Walk around the sales department. See, Jaybird's still around.
I would be so weirded out if we had to
You have my I know you're not going to. I'm just saying you have my consent.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And here it is, the audio consent to this.
Boom.
Yeah, there was an email that I got here that I'd like to do a topic tomorrow on. Maybe you can get some answers in here if anybody else has got a story. I don't know if anybody's going to top this one, though. But, you know, when you start off in a new career, a new job, you just don't necessarily know the ins and outs, and you're kind of confused, like somebody will tell you to do something.
Yeah.
So we got this email. Somebody said, yeah, there's this trainee nurse at our hospital that was told to prepare the body of an old man who had died for his family. So when the family arrives, the head nurse went alone to go check on the body. When she walked in the room, there was Grandpa sitting upright, holding a newspaper and wearing a cowboy hat. The nurse had to explain to the trainee that she actually just wanted to simply clean him and cover him with a sheet. So she dresses him up, gets him in a newspaper like Grandpa's here to greet you. So he's sitting there already.
What?
She just told her, she's like, prepare the body for the family. They're going to come get him. So she gets Grandpa like he's going out to fucking Shoney's.
So we got Grandpa's favorite book.
He's got a newspaper in his hand. He's got his cowboy hat on.
I mean, talk about, that's like traumatizing for the family if they come in and see that.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh,
so that's why she said, thankfully, the nurse went in alone. So imagine they going, okay, your grandfather's ready to go. And he's like, argh. So, yes, maybe the topic would be, what embarrassing mix-up did you do when you were new to the job? So
that's funny.
Maybe you had your own confusions. You can let us know. Mail at kvjshow.com. Love to see if anybody else had a problem like that. You can definitely let us know what happened. Now, here is A deep email from Melissa said, hey, I was just wondering, Jaybird, how you dealt with grief after your mom and Aunt Ann had passed. How did you deal with it first? All your first holidays. Today's my birthday, and I'm struggling a little bit because it's my first birthday without my mom. Just wondering what you did because I'm feeling a little down.
I totally understand. Holidays really are the toughest for you, especially if you had a family that, really celebrated the holidays like my family did. For me, I always tried to stay busy with something creative that I love to do. But, you also have to allow yourself to feel some pain. There's just some things in life, unfortunately, I don't know if there is an antidote for. If it's your mom's birthday, you're probably going to feel some sadness. I would honor her or honor anyone that you love. If it's their birthday or a holiday, definitely have a conscious thought of honoring them. But try to celebrate their life. And try to stay busy when you get depressed. A busy mind definitely helps with depression and anxiety. I know for me, I struggle with both of those. When I'm busy and I throw myself in a project that I really love and I'm not worried about the outcome of it, it does decrease depression and anxiety.
Mm-hmm. And what would you like for them to see you doing? To me, I think if you have any kind of belief in the afterlife, if you are doing things that maybe you used to do together, or that they would be like, hey, I'm very proud of you for going out and doing that kind of stuff. To me, the essence or the spirit is there with you. And when you're out there, it's almost like, whomever it might be, grandfather, aunt, whatever, husband, sister, be like, it's like they're there with me.
And I know it's cliche, but a lot of times time really is your greatest healer.
That's true.
It's just, I mean, like I said it before, I still miss my mom and I can get, sentimental about it, but I don't have that sadness I had of sorrow when she had passed away. And with Anne, I'm finally at peace with letting all that go as well. But it took me a good, we're almost approaching a year with Anne, and we're still about 10 months, 8-9 months. It just takes time sometimes,
and you can't speed it up. Like it's just grief, and you got to allow yourself to be sad and really grieve, and then
you deserve that.
Go through the steps of it. There's some beautiful books about the steps of grieving, and that can be very helpful to show you. Okay, here's the phase I should be in now. And guide you.
Yeah, and I do think it's a conscious effort for anybody, not if you just lose somebody. If you are starting to get the blues or depression, it's hard to get up and do something sometimes because it fucks with your head. But I really do think that's a big thing, getting up and forcing yourself to try to do something positive, creative, maybe charity, something to get you aligned with being positive and having your soul feel a little bit less burdened down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, charity is great. You're right. When you do something nice for somebody else, you get filled with those endorphins that make you just happy, and it starts the process of healing faster.
Gratitude, counting back the things that you do have still in your life that are great. And I think that we are fortunate being in South Florida that you don't have to deal with gray, depressing weather on top of it. That getting outside and going to the ocean and things like that just are natural. Getting that vitamin D with the sunshine in your body is good for you.
My sister deals with it out in Oregon. Her husband's a firefighter, so there's times where she's stuck in the house because the weather's so shitty out and it's cold and it's wet and it's dark for a while, and he's gone for a couple days. It fucks with your head a little bit. That isolation, that solitude. Weather, though, you're right.
A couple shout-outs here. Jill Lopez sent us an email. She's the mother of Justin the Computer Guy. He's a KVJ Nationer. He did some work a few years ago trying to help us save that data that we had. Well, he is getting a surgery to remove about 20 pounds of excess skin 8 years ago.
Wow.
He had weight loss surgery and has lost over 300 pounds. So some prayers and thoughts for him, for his doctors, surgeons, and anesthesiologists. Yes. Safe surgery.
It's gonna be life changing. We had a friend that did that, and it's gonna be so amazing for you. You're gonna feel like $1 million, and you deserve it.
Yep, really good stuff. So there you go. And a nice little positive shout out here, Danielle, who we know, and her husband Augusto, who's a Amazing KVJ Nationer. One time took a stripper bowl to the head for us.
Oh, yeah, I love him and his girl. He has a whole little crew. They're very nice.
We were on that party bus, and the stripper pole fell over and clocked him. He had an Easter egg welt on his forehead.
Blood coming down.
Oh.
And the whole time I'm thinking, oh, man, this guy is cool. How cool is he?
Is he cool enough not to sue us? Turns out he was.
He is very cool.
Very cool. Yeah, we need to be sending that guy gifts.
Every time I see him.
Every Christmas.
Every time we see him, hey, you want a drink? You want a meal?
On me, on me.
Their daughter had a soccer game in Miami. She thought that's all we were doing for my birthday, but instead he surprised me with a cake and 33 clues on a scavenger hunt to find my birthday gift.
Aww.
So, made me cry tears of joy.
33 clues.
Yeah.
How fun.
Positive shout outs.
That's a lot of clues.
Doing it right. Doing it right.
A deep scavenger hunt.
Yeah, right?
I love it.
All right, get us those emails. Mail at kvjshow.com. Friday weekend straight ahead of us. We'll see you back here tomorrow for that.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.